Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to part 8 of my Neopets, the Darkest Faerie, All Bosses speedrun tutorial series. I said it was part 8 last time, but that was actually part 7, my bad. This is part 8. Also apologies if my voice is a little, if I'm a little quiet right now. My voice is just a little bit shot, but we're coolin'. So, coming fresh out of the Wereloop King fight, we run straight to the entrance of Wereloop Woods, and then continue into the cave at the start. And once we get into the smaller tunnel outside of that, we're going to slow walk off the edge here to the right. And we're going to do a ledge fly into this wall. So none of this is too precise right now, but do be careful. This void here is a game over void, so just be aware of that. And we can kind of see there is this like this faint line right here where there's a slightly lighter texture on the left and a slightly darker texture on the right. So we're going to aim for that line and just do a ledge fly. There we go. We should land out here. Camera can be a little mean, so you might just want to wait a second for it to adjust. Then we're going to turn around and jump straight into this void here. We should upwarp onto here. So here we go. Again, we're above the entrance to Wereloop Woods. And yeah, that text always appears. And then just keep going forward into this wall and out of bounds. Once we fall off here, we're going to take a bit of a left turn. Now what we're looking for is to hit this grass collision preferably somewhere past this like cliff wall here that kind of cuts it off, but anywhere on this part of the grass. So you can see there's these two textures meeting here. Anywhere on like this part of it, you should be fine. But I'm going to aim closer to this part. Now you want to take a bit of a wide line because there is like a bit of an invisible, like a kind of convergence of invisible walls that gets you stuck, and it's pretty small, so you can just do a quick movement backwards and around to the right to get out of it. So as we turn left, there we go. Now we've hit it, and we're going to head further left to go not totally inbounds, but to where we're like adjacent to inbounds and we can see it. So now, as we come this way, we are actually quite close to the Bright Vale Bridge area. What I'm going to do is head back out past the wall. And that's kind of just so I can get my bearings and know where I am. That's just kind of how I prefer to do that bit of movement personally. And we're going to stay out of bounds, though. And I'm going to run and kind of brush up against this like cliff texture down here with the grass. And there we go. I don't know if you actually have to touch that, but I just like to. And now we can see we've spawned all of that over there. Now that all is Meridell Plains. I also have music glitch, nice. So I know it's a big, we are going to go that way. It's a big cluster of collision, I'm aware, but don't worry. All you're looking for is this second water plane in the background right here. So we have this one right here, and then you're looking, the visual cue here is you're only looking at this water plane in the back. And I can show you the zone map real quick. If I zoom out, you'll see that basically we're going to run, I think like around this area it is. So as long as we take a slightly wide line around all of this red here, there's pretty much nothing that we can run into anywhere. So I'll keep the zone map overlaid, but you can see, I'm looking for that blue water plane in the back. There we go, this is perfect. So you can see it at the bottom, and then you can see where I'm looking at the top. And you can kind of tell here that the edge of this water plane is a really good cue because it's like right in the middle of all this green stuff around us. And once we get past this water plane, we're going to look for this first grass texture to the left. right up here. So this up here, we are upwarping onto that. And we're going to immediately turn around, run up onto this little hill here, and you can see this might look familiar. This is actually where we did the out of bounds. Oh, here we go. There's music again. This is where we did the out of bounds into Illison's Glade the first time around in Act 1. So we don't actually have to do like the same movement and stuff. The getting low gravity, the tech cloak dash and all. We're just gonna climb up here, go through the first 2 walls, and then to the right. And there's a couple invisible walls here that are a little bit weird, but we're gonna run through this wall and jump in with the flowers there. Now what we're gonna do, I'm actually gonna give myself those juppies back because normally in a run I would not have wasted all 6 of my red juppies. What we're gonna do now, I'm gonna actually give a my speckled neg to this guy because it lasts a little longer and it'll give me more time to explain everything. But this little guy right here, this is a pet. This is a doggle fox. And basically this guy in conjunction will give us more attack. And in conjunction with a power potion, it is absolutely overpowered. So I'm gonna feed that to this guy. Reactivate Miracle Speed Potion. And then I'm gonna walk slowly off of this ledge to grab on. And then you can see over on the left here, there's this pretty sharp, noticeable line where you can see it's a little brighter on the left and darker on the right again. There is a much more faint line right over here. Might not be able to see it very well on video. There we go. It's a little bit more pronounced from the side when Tor's big head is not blocking it. Tor actually has a very small head. That was just mean. I apologize. So we're gonna ledge fly just to the left of that line. And there we go. Now, you can just keep running straight forward pretty much. Like just hold L2, R1, and forward during that ledge fly, and you'll be good. But if you want to just pause and get your bearings, basically once you get in here, you're gonna run towards the right side of this big rock texture on the left. Here we go. We get 1 upwarp. And do be careful not to go too far right here because this is inbounds and it won't like kill your run, but it'll be annoying. I'll say that much. So keep running out of bounds here. There's an invisible wall. Jump over it. I know it didn't look like it, but I promise I jumped. And then we're going to come to the same spot that we went to the first time we entered Illison's Glade, and we're going to do the same thing. Actually, all of the same movement. So we're going to fall down onto this, go through this wall, quick left, right, move forward a little bit to the next spot, left, right again. There we go. Now we're up here, and we're going to do the same thing and go to the lift. So all of this will fall down here. I got low gravity, nice. And this is again to spawn the boss fight. So we're actually going to fall down basically right on top of the lift. And then this cutscene is what triggers the Gelert Assassin boss fight. So what we're going to do now is actually go back. So we're water warp here and then turn around and go to the bridge that's going downwards. And then right over here, this is the spot where we actually came out to do the, where we exited Illison's Glade. But this is actually very close to the upwarp spot that we used out of bounds. So we're going to do the same thing we did after Narfis. Climb up the vines, ledge fly into the wall. And then we're going to run straight forward. So we're going to run through this first wall, then turn. And we can see these jagged textures here. And then we're going to come forward to the edge of that. And once we get through here, now we're at the same spot that we were before with... where we fell onto. So we're going to run forward through this wall again. Left, right. Oh, I failed. Left, right. There we go. I didn't even have to go right. And then left, right again. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. Now this time, and I'm going to make a save state because this part can get weird, we're actually going to stay up here. Actually, I shouldn't say that. This part really doesn't get very weird. It's been pretty consistent for me over time. So we are going to turn around the other side. Now this, you can see again, this is Illison's hut. And the fight is right in front of that. So we're going to come around this side. We're going to jump once, and then we're going to jump again, grab onto this ledge here, spam jump to the right, and then jump onto this ledge. It may take a bit of practice, but I promise that movement is easier than it probably looks. I need a sip here. My throat's hurting again. All right, pardon me. So now, we can't just jump over into that fight. Unfortunately, there's an invisible wall blocking us that's just too big. So what we're going to do instead is a mega jump. Now, when we turn our camera, this part is blocking us, so you do have to just feel it out, but it really isn't that precise, I don't think. I like to aim probably somewhere, what would be between this post and this post, right here. So, I suppose my true visual cue is roughly so that I can just about see this wall inside of Illison's hut. But again, this is like the positioning is not super precise. The lineup isn't super precise, so just yeet. Oh, that's interesting. So I must not have quite gotten high enough. I actually don't even know what we can do from here aside from... Yeah, okay, we can just jump back across. Okay, that's good. So, I guess I didn't get high enough, so we'll try that again. And there we go. I don't actually think that's ever... That might have happened to me a couple times, but anyway, yeah. Again, as you can see, it's not a very difficult backup. If you don't want to do that, you can just... So, I'm actually going to load my save state. And do this real quick. So once you get up here, you can just run around normally. It's really no big deal. It's probably about a 10 to 15 second time loss. And there we go. So as we fall down here, so we land in there, and then come towards this part. So now, so first off, we're going to activate text glitch because the cutscene is not actually like an FMV. It's just a cutscene with the models in text. But to explain, basically what you want to do for the Gelert assassin fight here is try to keep your camera on him, kind of. I mean, it's not really that, it's not too difficult, but he does teleport around. So, make sure that you're able to get to him quickly and do jump attacks. So, come into here. So at first, unfortunately, we kind of have to... Yeah, so for the first few phases, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. For the first couple of phases, it's difficult to get jump attacks. We have to just kind of attack him normally. And there we go. So try jump attacks when you can, but for the most part, you're just normal attacking him. And honestly, the 3-hit combo strat is actually really, really good for this fight. You won't go wrong if you prefer to do that. But yeah, basically just any opening, spin attack, normal attack, whatever. And there we go. Oh man, he didn't take damage. But yeah, you're looking for like any time where he pauses to do something. So like if he's laughing or if he's doing the like come and get me gesture, or if he's doing that like stab the ground attack that he likes to do. Okay, you know, let me use my jumpies again. This is probably the hardest fight of the run, just because it's like, it's so volatile. So you can see I'm struggling with it. I'm not even getting the jump slashes, but the reason I recommend jump slashes is because they do a ridiculous amount of damage. There we go. He's dead, and unfortunately this fight is glitchy, so he's gonna attack us even after he's dead, but yeah, there we go. That's probably another fight that could use, I mean, if you don't think Narfus is the toughest fight in the run, then that's probably it. That's probably another fight that could use its own tutorial, but anyway. Now we just run into this cutscene, skip, and then we are out of there. So we'll run down here, and now we're going to come across this save point anyway, so I'll make another save here to start the next episode. But we're gonna go to that spot over there again where we exited Illisen's Glade in Act 1. And in the next part, we will be going over fighting the Juppy monster. And I will start that part right from this spot, so once again, good luck with the learning. I will be back in the next part.